Hey, this is RJ Mitty, and you're watching Back to Back Movies with Sean Evans.
We are standing on the edge tonight. Make the week so we can fly. Standing over the edge, falling over the edge. Yeah, yeah. We are hanging on the edge tonight. Need 1,000 wings to fly. Standing over the edge.
On the show tonight, we have RJ Mitt, lead star of the comedy drama Who's Driving Doug. How are you today, RJ?
I'm great, man. I can't complain. It's been Santa Barbara Film Festival and just running around doing stuff for the movie, man.
That's good, man. It definitely sounds like you're busy. I mean, Driving Doug, man, what an absolute brilliant film. I mean, for those who haven't seen it yet, it's a kind of like a film that throws you from one side of the ring to the other. I mean, 1 minute you're having fun and laughing along with Doug's adventure, and then in a blink of an eye, it's touching on some very sensitive issues. I mean, for those who don't know what the movie is about, would you care to explain it to the fans?
Yeah, no, it's definitely an interesting movie. I can certainly say that. But the movie is about a character with muscular dystrophy, and the way his life is going, you know, he's fallen into a routine of the same old. He goes to school, he goes home, he goes to school, he goes home, and doesn't really have an outside life other than that. And this is his a story about his journey of growing up and finding a voice, finding who he is. He's not confined to what he will become, but that he is a living person, that he is no different than anyone else, and that we all are just trying to find where we belong and where we fit into this world. And it's the journey of him finding out that he does have access. He does have the ability to live his life the way he wants to live it.
Yeah, I mean, the film itself, it's a very beautiful film of self-discovery. Starts out, you know, very reclusive, very used to his day-to-day life. You know, he goes to school, he comes home, he stays at home, he goes to school the next day. It's very routine, and it's nice to see him break out of his shell and explore the world.
Well, we have the thing. I think I hope that people will take away and people understand is that we all live these lives, and we all have a tendency to get into a routine and fall into but we need to remind ourselves that's not what we're here for. We're here to explore, we're here to learn, and we're here to grow as individuals. And I think for him, having a disability confined in him, in his mind, that he couldn't have this life, he couldn't have and go out, and that he had to protect himself and from not just his friends, but from the world. And I think we have a lot of people in this world that can relate to that and do feel that they don't have any other options than what they are and what they have been placed in front of them. But we can always change our life. We can always step out of a realm of comfort. And I think this story is about that, stepping out of that realm of comfort and living your own life.
Definitely. I mean, the kind of film itself, it kind of embodies taking that leap, doesn't it? I mean, taking that jump, I mean, taking those risks and really, you know, living life to the fullest, and that's what I really enjoyed about the film. Doug's character, for those who don't know, he goes on a road trip, Sin City, Las Vegas. I mean, dwelling in all that the city has to offer and doing a lot of crazy things along the way. I mean, how many times have you been to Vegas, RJ, and can you compare some of your experience to that of Doug's, maybe? Don't give too much away, though, okay?
Yeah, no, I've been to Vegas a few times. I've always had a blast in Vegas. I have a lot of friends that live there and they're from there, and I always have a blast. But I'm very different from Doug in a way where I really don't. I am a creature of habit, but I'm challenging what I can do and what I can't do, and I haven't really found anything that I can't do quite yet. but I think it was really fun because we got to spend a week in Vegas at the Riviera, and the Riviera isn't there anymore. It's actually they sold it and they changed the name of the hotel. So we were one of the last film crews to be in there before it got shut down, and it's always a blast. We always have fun, and it was really cool, you know. And Ray William Johnson also are in this, and we got to spend the week in Vegas and just kind of work and just do whatever we want.
And that doesn't sound much like
fun.
work, man. That doesn't sound much like work.
It really didn't feel like work at all.
I've never been to Vegas. I've been to LA a few times, but never Vegas. It's always on my bucket list, you know. It's always one place I've really wanted to go.
Well, it's only a 40-minute flight, not even, from LA to Vegas.
Yeah, so I hear. I think
A quick hop.
I'll have to definitely hop over.
I definitely want to just say it's one thing you definitely have to experience once in your life.
Yeah.
And then once sometimes is enough.
Yeah, I think I always watch the Hangover films, and I think if I ever went, I'd experience the exact film-for-film reference in real life. So I'm quite nervous, to be honest with you, RJ.
I think you'll do just fine.
Speaking of travelling, I mean, the last news story that I saw of you, RJ, you were at a Vivienne Westwood fashion show last year with a set of boobs on them. So I've just got to ask, how hard was it not to laugh walking down the runway wearing that around your neck?
It was extremely. You should have seen my face when they gave them to me. No, it was very very interesting, and it was really hard not to laugh, but it was priceless, and we had fun with it, and that was so much fun. I really enjoyed doing that, and Vivienne Westwood, that whole team is amazing. Andreas and that group really has a lot of fun, and they really care about what they're doing and their clothes that they present and their own quirkiness, and I like that, and I was very blessed to be able. That was my very first runway show, and a professional runway show. But I was very lucky for that to be it, and we had so much fun.
Oh, that's good, man. Yeah, were you nervous at all? I mean, walking into the fashion show and seeing all these people have done it, you know, before, you know, just taking it by the horns and really giving it your first shot.
Well, I've been in fashion for a little bit. I've been doing costuming and just I always enjoyed good fabric, good clothes since I was young, and it was a little nerve-wracking because, you know, I'm not a model. I am far from a model. So like all these 6'4" Adonis-looking guys, I'm like, oh. I guess I gotta try and get in somehow. Give me the tits.
You definitely,
that's the best way to fit in.
I find it funny how you say you're not a model, but I guarantee every single one of your fans will disagree otherwise. We've seen some of the pictures, RJ. You're a good-looking guy.
It depends on the day. You know, Photoshop and makeup are amazing. You wouldn't believe what they can do with special effects.
Is that why we are having an audio interview right now and not a video one? Doug himself in the movie finds himself in a rather interesting situation in Vegas with a lovely escort. I mean, was that an awkward scene to shoot, or did you just have fun and go with it in the spirit of Las Vegas?
You know, it's a little awkward, you know. I don't care who you are, a bunch of men with a camera and a girl on top of you. It's a bit awkward. I'm just gonna say, but you know, you just kind of have to go with it and hope for the best, and hopefully it looks good. And weird though, it's still very weird. Like, it's a very intimate scene for the listeners. This is a very intimate scene in the movie, and you know, when you're doing those, they do get very very personable. But when you have about 5 people in a room and there's a big camera staring at you, it's definitely an interesting vibe. But it was fun, and the woman that played that character was so lovely and gorgeous. with it. On a day's work, yeah.
Now, on this serious matter at hand, with you saying earlier, the Doug's character has a debilitating condition, and what I really admire about you as RJ is with each one of your roles, you always seem to partake in. You kind of really address these conditions in a very public way, and it's very admirable. And I mean, I just think it would be a wonderful place here and now to share as many of the charities and foundations that you work with as much as possible on the show, so we can always help to raise awareness. So feel free to plug any charities or foundations that you're a part of.
I work with quite a few. I think it's an important part of my role as an actor and as a person, having a disability, to try to do my best to bring knowledge and realism to what we are and to what this world is, with my work. Over the years, I've been able to work with amazing organizations. I work with Shriners Hospitals for Children, United Cerebral Palsy. Over the last couple of years, I've been able to work with Scope, which is an amazing group, and hopefully I can work with them more in the future. I've been lucky enough to work with these organizations that really care and really want to change the mindset of how people perceive disability, because you have a lot of times, and you can look at my character Doug in this movie and you can say, oh, he doesn't have a lot of options, but at the end of the day, he does, and he takes his life and takes control and starts living his life. And I think we need to remind people who are non-disabled, I don't care what walk of life you are and how you fall into this world, you can change your life. You can take a bad situation and step out of that and turn your life around and do whatever it is that you want to do and be happy with that. But the thing is, it's you have to do it. You have to step out of the realm of comfort. You have to be able to put yourself into an uncomfortable position, but at the same time, you have to be able to learn from that and grow from that.
I couldn't agree with you more, RJ. I mean, I really appreciate you sharing that with us. I mean, going back to the movie, I mean, the future of the movie for me is promising. I mean, I really, really enjoyed this movie, and I'm not just saying that because you're on the other end of the phone right now.
Thank you.
It really is truly something special and something to be proud of. And we look at your IMDb, so we got Everybody Hates Chris, we got Breaking Bad, we got Dixieland, now we've got Who's Driving Doug. What is the next project that you're working on, RJ? Because you're on a bit of a roll here, man.
I have a couple of projects in the work. I have possibly soon, in April, I have another movie that I'll be finishing up called Triumph. We have 6 days left of filming. We're just trying to figure out when we'll start shooting that and wrap that up. I will actually be one of the hosts for the Rio Paralympics for Channel 4 this year.
Oh, nice! Congratulations.
So I'm yeah, thank you. I'm really excited about that, and I hope people are too, because it's really a crazy. We have a lot of great athletes that will be killing it. I can't wait to be there. But I just keep on working. That's what I try to do. Just keep pushing forward, and I have some more modeling stuff that I'm hoping to come out in the near future, but we'll see how that works. But my goal is to just keep working and keep pushing forward.
Sounds like a good plan, man. I mean, with you saying Paralympics there, I mean, I was watching on the TV the Paralympic tennis the other day, and I'm thinking, what unbelievable athletes they are. It's just so, it's amazing just to see the athleticism. I mean, wheelchair basketball's amazing. Absolutely love it.
It's insane. It's crazy to see some of these guys and some of these girls have better time than just the regular Olympics. These people are crushing scores, and that they just are throwing themselves out there, and it just shows you the power of the body, the power of will, and the power that we have. And we can either go the route and fall aside and become nothing, or we can decide to change our life and push forward and become what we want to become, and not let anything limit to that. A lot of people think when they're missing a leg or missing an arm that it's like, oh, my life is over. To me, your life just begun. Yeah. Your life just you just learn something about yourself that you wouldn't necessarily have without this. And people are needed to be reminded that this is knowledge. And when you have something like this teaches you this position that you wouldn't be able to learn without it.
Yeah, definitely, man. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, just moving on now, just going to wrap it up because I don't want to keep you too long. I mean, we've basically got sent an invite this morning to go to the BAFTAs. I mean, a blogger going to the BAFTAs is unheard of, so I'm quite honoured and quite excited. And I see Bryan Cranston.
Fun.
Yeah, I hope so. And Bryan Cranston's on the name for Oscar nominees this year. Will he be having your support and your vote this year?
Oh, of course. You'll always have my support. I'm excited to see what happens. I think this year he stands a very good chance of winning, and I can only hope for the best and send him my best. But he would definitely be having my vote.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Well, I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining me. I mean, it's an honor, an absolute pleasure, and seeing you kick ass in Hollywood every single day, it's unbelievable, man. I just want to wish you all the best for the future. Best of luck with the movie. It's absolutely stunning, and thank you for joining me on the show.
My pleasure. Thank you so much, and I'm really glad to go forward in this industry, that people enjoy our work and to keep being able to give good products like that. So thank you so much, and thank you to all the listeners that and viewers that support me in my career. And I thank you all so much.